The following Let's Play has been rated perfectly fine to watch. Any attempts to break the game are for entertainment value only. However, if any typos happen to be found... Mwahaha! Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. When we last left off, we more or less beat Lucky Woods. More or less. I can't say I'm surprised that I forgot to grab Monkey's trophy. That's what usually happens. It's actually more surprising that I remembered to grab Monkey's trophy in the original Let's Play. I'd go back for it, but, you know, I have to go back eventually anyway because of the Whirlpool trophy, so whatever, I'll grab it later. For now, let us proceed further into Jester's castle. Hey look, it's Jester, let's talk to him. Looks like some of the bad guys have escaped. As a reminder, he's talking about that fairy that was wandering around the entrance. I basically do it like, in Banjo-Kazooie, where after you enter a level and explore a little, one of the enemies from the level winds up escaping and wanders out into the castle. Oh, hi! Still can't stand being near me, huh? Looks like you're doing pretty good. You see this door? It used to be sealed up until you defeated Earthrotter. How did you know about that? What? Well, it'd be pretty bad if I didn't know what was going on in my own castle. Well, he has a point. Anyway, about this door. There are others like it inside my castle. You can't go through them until you defeat the boss. They look different when they're sealed. They look like this. And Jester can turn into doors that clip through walls. Although I guess it kind of makes sense for a door to clip through a wall considering they're supposed to go through walls, but not normally like that. Is there anything you can't turn into? I can't turn into aliens, but I can do a good impression of guys in alien costumes. Wanna see? No, it makes me wish I had looked ahead in my original Let's Play. I'm trying not to look ahead in my original Let's Play. I don't want anything I say or do in my Let's Play influence what I say and do in this Let's Play. I want this to be almost completely separate. Well, at the very least, I do remember what he says if you say no. He says, "Aww." So I'll choose yes. Okay, but not right now. You still have to get my trophies back. So yeah, the thing with these doors is, it's pretty much the way I prevent the player from trying to jump too far in ahead of the game and wind up getting stuck. You basically have to defeat the bosses in order to get these doors unlocked. Hee hee hee. Stop it! You're freaking me out! I was only laughing. But I just saw you over there! I can get around. There are 2 shelves here. Put the trophies on them to open the portal to Sealand. If you change your mind after putting down a trophy, you can pick it back up, as long as it didn't already open a portal. Oh, and the water isn't very deep, so you can walk on it. The dock is just for looks. The reason why he's talking about giving you the option to pick it back up is because, well, I'll explain that in a moment. First, I want to talk to him again. Ho ho ho! Stop it! You're freaking me out! I was only doing my Santa Claus impression. So this is the entrance to Sealand. Well, not the entrance. This is just where you place the trophies. Now, the interesting thing I did with Jester's Hunt is I don't require you to go to Sealand next. Even though Sealand is World 2, you actually have the option of skipping World 2 and going to World 3. I mean, you're going to have to go to World 2 eventually because of the boss door that's sitting right past here. But you know, it's a pretty nice option to have. So this is Mount Snow, where you place the trophies to Mount Snow. I don't know if you can tell, but there's actually some rocks sitting in front of the... above the ropes here. It's not very easy to tell because I have them transparent, but they're basically just like these rocks, except slightly transparent. The reason I have them there is because the rope is supposed to be walkable, and I didn't want the player to be walking on the wall. That would be stupid. Anyway, now I have placed these 3 trophies here. That means the portal has been opened. I should have had a special effect play or some sort of cutscene whenever you open other portals. But now I got those 3 trophies down. I have no more left in my inventory, and I can't pick these back up. Because if I could, that would be breaking the game. Down here, there's a new enemy. We're just going to call him Goblin number 2. I know what this particular enemy is called, but I don't want to say what it's called because that would be stupid, because stupidness. But he's a new enemy. Let's find out what he does. Well, we're not going to use Birdwatch because then we wouldn't find out what he does. So let's blow him up. Weak Punch. And that's all he does. He's got 2 hit points, so do that. And now he's dead. By the way, the reason why Mr. Knight explodes and not have the enemy explode, you remember how in the last episode I talked about how some enemies were duplicates of each other? Well, when you try to play a special effect like that on an event, it only plays on the original event, not on the event you're trying to interact with. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, let us go here. This is the portal to Mount Snow. Yep, we're already in a snow level. I'll explain why later. As if that makes any sense. Basically, ice levels normally come not as soon in the game. Whatever, I'm just confusing you, so let's just read dialogue. Now here's a nice place. I come here every time I need to cool off, even though I usually get frostbite. The interesting thing about this place is that the snow is so packed into the ground, you don't leave any footprints. Why was that a necessary explanation? In what game do you actually leave footprints in snow? I mean, besides Pokemon, which is weird considering Pokemon. What's that? I don't know. Whoa! Something big just flew behind the mountain! Sounds like it crashed. I didn't call for this. What? I mean, this is a big surprise. You had better see what that was. Why don't you? Because I gotta run my shop. I was expecting there to be run to my shop, but you know, that's still grammatically correct. So whatever. See ya! Alright, Mount Snow. The tokens in this place are kinda tricky to locate. They're hidden in all these tokens, and in fact in the original Let's Play I wound up missing one and had to stumble across it late in the game. But yeah, Mount Snow. If you look at the title screen, the little place that's on the inside the portal actually is this world, and it's not a completely accurate representation of Mount Snow, but it looks pretty much like that. It does have the Twin Peaks, and it does have that little place sitting at the little house sitting at the bottom. By the way, you cannot push this boulder. This boulder is blocking the path to the ability shop. The reason why I have this boulder here is so that the player is actually forced to go through here and travel through the cave. And then whenever they get through, they'll be able to push this boulder out of the way. But anyway, speaking of the title screen, on the title screen, I have it Great Dragon Gaming Presents. I should explain that, but I have other stuff to mention. Right there, pretty sure that's the token that I missed on my original Let's Play of this. We'll get that momentarily. Hopefully I don't forget it like I did Monkey's Trophy. Meanwhile, in here we have some water, and he just turns blue. It's not even a splash sound effect or some crystal ice sound effect. He just turns blue. That water is way too cold, even to walk on. That joke would probably be funnier if you already knew that you can walk on water in this game. Yeah, you can walk on water, but not ice water. But anyway, about Great Dragon Gaming, that's the name of my development studio, or was the name of my development studio. You know, like how there's L&E Productions with Lantis, or more famous examples, Nintendo, Square Enix, Capcom, that sort of thing. New Enemy, we'll get to that momentarily, but I want to talk more about Great Dragon Gaming. The name Great Dragon Gaming originally came from... before Square and Enix merged together, I hung out in the web forums at Enix's website, and that was my first forum experience. I wound up, at first, just using my real name because I didn't really know better. But eventually I settled on Dragon after changing my name a few times, but one of the names I changed to was Great Dragon. And so that is the origin of the name Great Dragon Gaming. Yes. Nowadays, I probably wouldn't use that name. I would probably use Dracoon Creations, because my character, as you see in the title, in the little quibs, and during the credits, is a Dracoon, which is part raccoon, part dragon, and I'm not going to go into detail about how that works. Instead, I will talk about how there are dogs here. We got dogs. Lots of dogs. I would count them all, but that would be pointless and stuff. That dog sounded a bit different. Alright, so who's this person? Dog Racer Lady. Is that like a reference to Animaniacs, that one little girl who calls everybody like lady or something like that? Anyway, what's going on here is she's actually singing to the tune of Where Has My Little Dog Gone? I'm actually really tempted to sing it myself, but that is one of the worst things you can do in a Let's Play, is sing. So I won't. Instead, I'll probably like rap it, or maybe it'll be like, no, what I'll do is like those poetry slams. You know those places where they do that, instead of clapping when somebody does poetry, they do that snapping thing? So I'll do that. Where, oh where, has my other dog gone? Oh where could he be? We have to get ready for the big race. Oh where could he be? Sometimes I like being silly. So back out here, we had this slime thing that I sort of ignored. Let's find out what it does. Right now, all we can do is use Blast on it. It has 2 hit points. Melt! And now it's gone. Pretty sure it has another attack. Let me see if I can trigger it. Ah, finally. It took several attempts, but now it's using Frostbite, where all it does is sort of jump. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let us head into this cave, where we're going to have echoing. Because it's a cave, and I added echo to caves, and we got an ice maze that instead of sliding across, you sort of walk across. But trust me, if I press a direction, it's automatic. I'm sort of holding my hands up while I do this to show you that it's automatic, but you can't see me, so it's kind of pointless. The reason he walks across the ice and not just slide across the ice is because originally I thought that it wasn't really possible to just slide across the ice. But after doing the original Let's Play, I was informed that if you invoke the paralysis status effect on Mr. Knight, he won't animate as he walks. Useful information. I'm not sure. I mentioned a few times that I'm considering remaking this game or revamping it, whatever. I'm not sure that this is something I would actually fix. And I'll explain why in a bit. For now, let us grab this trophy. This trophy is pretty much a freebie because you grab it along the way. Hopefully, it's not the only trophy that we'll be collecting here today. I'll explain that in a bit. For now, let us go ahead and head into this shop here. You haven't found enough tokens to learn my next move. Come back when you have 85. That sounds kind of expensive. How much do I have here? 61. Alright, well if I try to grab as many tokens as I can, I should be able to afford that. There's one token right there next to that thing. I should probably show what this thing is while I have the chance. This is a spring pad. Once you earn the spring boots, you will be able to jump to new height. That's not how you spell heights. I had to run into a typo eventually. I'm willing to bet I make that same typo in every one. Also, we got this dwarf here. Well, since I can't learn any new attacks, I'm just going to ignore him because he's kind of tough. Alright, I was looking at my notes here because I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm talking about so many things in just a short time. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but apparently this dwarf actually kind of is interested in fighting because he followed me all the way up here. So yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and show off what he does real quick. Once again, all you can do is use blast on him. The only other way to attack him is after I learn the moves in that shop down there. But he knows snowplow. And he kind of goes to the wall because I don't really have a choice. In order to have him ram me, I had to have him go all across the area because there's no specific way to tell just what direction you're attacking from. Also, apparently this guy has 3 HP, so yeah, definitely don't want to fight him until you learn those attacks in the that new shop. Oh, I just realized something I could have been funny. Respawn? Is there like a respawn point? No? Darn, I should have had him chase me onto the ice and then I could have slid right through him. That would have been funny. No, seriously, what am I forgetting? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Whatever. Here's a sign. It's pointing down. That's pretty much telling you that you're supposed to drop down here. And then, if we go here, we can push this out of the way. And now let's go ahead and learn how to use those springs. Oh, remind me to check if that boulder, wait, what? What? Are you freaking kidding me? I thought I fixed that! Are you... No! No! I can't believe I didn't oh! I even had it in my... Alright, so here's what's going on. So, you have the option of coming to Mount Snow before going to level 2 Sealand. However, I apparently have this balance with the idea that the player did not skip level 2. That they went to Sealand and then collected a whole bunch of tokens there and then come here. And that's not how you're supposed to do it. If you have an open-ended game, make it open-ended. Come here with the idea that it needs to be balanced with the idea that possibly the player did skip level 2. Why did I do that? And you know what? I knew that this was an issue too. Along with my original development notes, I have a list of notes for one of my updates, and on that list it specifically mentioned this issue here. However, it didn't exactly mention it in the way that I had hoped. In my notes, I actually wrote down, and I quote, "Tell player not to bother with Mount Snow before Sealand." Well, I apparently forgot to do that because I'm bothering with Mount Snow before Sealand, and apparently it was freaking pointless because all I could collect was a single trophy at the end of the ice maze. Why did I do that? Why didn't I fix it? What? And just the fact that I wrote it down like that, it means I was completely lazy and decided not to fix it. Instead, I wanted to take the lazy route and just tell him not to do it, but then I didn't even do that? What the heck? And you want to know what the most fun part about this is? You see this boulder here that I push out of the way? I had it this way so that you couldn't just skip this section in there and go straight to the ability shop. Problem is, if you happen to not have enough tokens or whatever, the moment you leave this screen, and then eventually you come back, the boulder is back in the way. I was so lazy I didn't even bother keeping track that you pushed the boulder out of the way. Which means I'm going to have to go through here again anyway. So, I guess for the time being, we are done with Mount Snow. Next time, we're going to level 2. Because, apparently... And you know what? This is the only time in the game that you even have the option of skipping a world. It's a wasted opportunity! Gosh, dang. And I don't even have the notes ready for level 2 yet.